70% of sales professionals say they are unhappy with the amount of money they make every year. In this video today, we're going to break down the 5 tips you need to know on how to improve sales this year. Be sure to listen in and drop your comments below. What is the number 1 tip you use to make more sales? So let's talk about this in depth. Sales is something we all need to excel in. It's something we all need to grow in. Every business has one lifeline in common, and that is the ability to generate and produce revenue, aka make sales. So let's talk about how to improve that process. And here's the tips to make more sales this year. Number 1 tip, I want you to forget A, B, C. Always be closing. That is the worst advice ever given in the sales industry. If you're somebody who's still running around saying always be closing, you, my friend, are always losing. You, my friend, should always be helping. You should always be serving. You should always be listening. But the always be closing, if that's the mantra you have right now, that is causing you a lot of commissionable dollars. The consumer we're dealing with today is a modern consumer. They are more intelligent than ever before. The access to information is instant. So we have to take the approach and generate a sale based off an authentic problem and an authentic need. And we have to provide a solution to that authentic problem. Please quit saying always be closing and quit having that mentality. A true sales professional is a problem solver. An amateur sales professional is a closer. Guys, let's be crystal clear here. Solve the problems. And once you take that mentality that I'm going to solve problems, the commissionable income quickly follows. Number 2, implement a system of active listening. According to Forbes, 55% of sales personnel lack the basic training skills of sales. Listening is one of those fundamental skills. So do yourself a favor and be an active listener. When we say be an active listener, that means truly engaging and having an authentic conversation with your prospect. Everything from eye contact to nodding your head to changing the tone in your voice. All of that signifies that you are actively listening to your prospect. And when we're listening to our prospect, these subtle nonverbal cues of head nod, eye contact, change in voice, those cues are easily picked up in face-to-face sales. In the world of virtual sales, you have to truly sell that you are listening to your prospect. You have to look at the camera and let your prospect know you're listening to them. Being an active listener also requires the skill of listening to what is not being said. As I go through my sales process and my discovery call, I want to hear what is being said, but what isn't being said. The best sales skill that you can improve on to generate more sales this year is learn to be an active listener. Too many times I've seen sales reps jump on sales calls only to rush through their agenda without listening to their prospects' questions, concerns. If you truly listen to your prospect, they will tell you everything that's important to them, and they will tell you the reason they're going to buy your product later. Number 3, master the discovery call. Master the discovery call. A few weeks ago, we did a video on the 7 steps to master your discovery call. Be sure to watch that video. It's right here. Go watch it. 100%, we break down all the steps on how to have an effective discovery call. But for this year, truly high level, take the time to educate yourself in the discovery call. A quality discovery call will reveal everything that's important to your prospect, and it will also tell you what line of questioning you should go on to further extract more information so you can make a sale at the end of the presentation. So mastering that discovery call is tip number 3. Take time this year and learn how to be an expert at the discovery call. Number 4, arguably one of the most important in my opinion, avoid the negative thinkers you surround yourself with. Listen, sales is a mental game. You are going to be told no more than you're told yes. You're always going to have an objection that's going to be difficult to overcome. You're always going to face a challenge. So how we approach our sales day is going to be reflective of how we think about our sales day. If you surround yourself with negative thinking people, you are going to get negative results. If you surround yourself with positive thinking people, you have a better chance at getting positive results. Either way, you choose who to associate yourself with. Find a community of people within your organization, within your industry, or find a community online that is uplifting, motivating, and inspiring to you, the sales professional. Because if you surround yourself with people who are negative thinking, who believe in the lie of always be closing, and believe this career of sales that we both love is based on a challenge that I'm going to win, that I'm going to fight for this sale, that I'm going to be this massive closer, you're going to find yourself surrounded by people who are so emotionally tied to the result that they may not be the best source of influence for you. Surround yourself by people who are motivated, inspired by the craft and the skill and the goals you've set, and you will find yourself in a better position. Your environment is incredibly important to your success in your sales career, in your entrepreneur career, in your sales professional career. If you want to give yourself a 95% better chance at achieving your sales goal, it is important you surround yourself with the right community. The right community that creates a system of accountability will help you achieve your sales goals. So tip number 4 to increase sales this year, get surrounded by the right people. Tip number 5 to increase sales this year, commit to education of the skill of sales. Here's a scary statistic for you. 70% of all sales reps say they received 0 formal training, and all their sales training is on-the-job training experience. That's terrifying, seeing how this year, 60% of sales reps say they're scared they will not hit quota next year. Listen, the game of sales has changed. The high pressure, in-your-face tactics of yesterday, of the early 2000s, of the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the other stuff that I see being taught, those are antiquated techniques. And if you go to a prospect with antiquated techniques, you are going to find yourself on a string of no sales that you can't get yourself out of. So I highly encourage you to take the steps and get educated and find the community that'll help bring that level of education you want. There's a community out there that's dedicated to helping improve the craft of sales. You just have to find the right community for you. There are numerous communities. I can make recommendation to communities. The truth is, in order to elevate your sales this year, you have to recommit to the craft of learning sales, and do that by finding a credible community that will help you elevate your sales skill. Just to recap, the 5 sales tips to increase sales this year are: number 1 tip, forget always be closing. Throw that out your vocabulary. Number 2, implement a system of active listening. Number 3, master the discovery call. Number 4, find the right community to associate yourself with. Number 5, invest in your education. Learn the art and skill of sales in the modern day for the modern day consumers. If you found value in today's video, do me a favor, like this video, put a comment below, let me know your best sales tip. Also, if you want to learn more about how to generate sales or find that community, we just launched the Catapulting Commissions Academy. There's a link below. You can go join us for the workshop. If you don't find value in the workshop, we give you a 100% refund. I guarantee that won't be the case, though. I'm Anthony Garcia. This is Catapulting Commission Sales Talk, and I'll see you next week.